Hey guys, it's 7 in the morning and my favourite contestant from any reality show ever won the X Factor, Dalton Harris. What a legend. If you don't know who he is, go YouTube him right now. He's incredible. And his mentor just happens to be one of my favourite people on earth, Louis Tomlinson. So it's just a great start to a Monday for me. Now I'm just gonna go back to sleep until my appointment because I've been up since 5:15 in the morning. So I'm up and awake and I got ready for physio in like 2 seconds because I woke up when my alarm went off and then fell back asleep. Having fun in the car, Bubby? Look at that face. So cute. Wish you could come with me everywhere. So I made it to where my appointment is. This aircon is amazing and I can't wait for my ribs and my back and my neck to be fixed. Well, not fixed, but at least some pain relief. That's what I go to physio for anyway. So, anyway, better get going to the appointment. So, I'm out of my physio appointment. I got to go on the machines today actually, which is the first time I've been able to work out in ages because my back's been horrible. So, it feels really good and can't wait to get back to using the gym again. National Day for People with Disabilities, which is really cool, which is one of the reasons why I decided to start this project, because I really want you guys to see what my life involves behind the scenes and stuff. And unfortunately I couldn't film in the gym today because there was a lady on the machine right next to me and I asked for her permission to film and she said no, which is totally fine. I was on like one of those Pilates machines, 3 sets of like pushing forward and back of 20. So my thighs and my hamstrings and all that good stuff was burning. And then I did it up on my toes, so then my calves got a stretch, which was really cool. It was really, really good, as I said in the other clip, to be able to get back to strengthening exercises because my back has been so messed up. I got really sick in May with like a flu, and because I was coughing all the time, all the muscles in my ribs and down my sides were obviously getting used heaps, and I just haven't really recovered because my body compensates because I can't walk like an able-bodied person, clearly. Hey guys, so I put it out on Twitter if anyone had any questions re-disability because of what today is. In person, definitely not. I'm not really friends with other people that have disabilities. That is probably more of my own doing, especially when I was a teenager, because I pushed away the fact I was disabled like so far. Didn't want to call myself disabled, nothing like that. I just pushed it away. I pushed all the services away, wanted nothing to do with it. When I did go to services and they offered me like sporting groups or community groups or meetup groups or whatever, there weren't other disabled people that were either close to my age, had similar levels of disability, and for some reason that was so important to me at the time, to make a connection with someone that had cerebral palsy, spastic diplegia, just like me, so I didn't feel so weird and alien. But I'm sure if I had that opportunity again as an adult, I definitely would take it, because I just have a lot more understanding of disability and how important it is as I've grown up, and that is in turn because of me following quite a few disabled people on TV, and it's so interesting. I don't know why I turned a blind eye to that when I was younger, but I wouldn't say I'm friends online, but I'm very interested in their content and always do my best to take part in their hashtags, especially disabled and cute is my favorite hashtag online ever. That self-empowerment, that no matter what disability you have, you can take a photo and you can be like, heck yes, I'm disabled and I'm cute, and people are gonna shower me with compliments right now, and I deserve to feel that way whether they do that or not. So but Belle, who asked this question, is one of my close friends online with a disability, but we don't really talk about disability. I wish we did. Yeah, that is definitely a goal of mine for next year, to meet more people with disabilities in person and online. I don't think there's enough of it in our media, considering how many disabled people there are in the world and the amount of different disabilities there are. There should be more of that in the characters that we see in TV and film. Some of my favourite disabled characters would have to be the girl who played the deaf child in The Quiet Place is actually deaf, and she was just phenomenal. Like, I watched the special features and like how they made it work for both her, the actress, and what John Krasinski, the director, wanted for the film. It was just fabulous. I love her. Can't wait to see what she does next. Flynn from Breaking Bad has CP and didn't actually watch the show like straight away, and then he did an interview and it was so great, and like to hear how he speaks, it was very CP, and like his hands, and then he had his walking aids, which I just love seeing on TV. Like, I know people see wheelchairs all the time, but it's so good to see other kinds of mobility aids out there. That's like my dream. I feel like lots of disabled characters and in real life treated like children, so it would be good to see them portrayed as adults, and adults with drive and determination, and not just inspiration porn. My lovely friend Kate just asked me two incredible questions. Kate asked, what is the best thing that the able-bodied community can do for you? This is probably going to be like 30 minutes long on its own. Seriously, simple things. If I need help up a step, help me up. Up a step, or carrying a drink, or something like that. Just simple things. That's good. But from the wider able-bodied community that don't know me, don't stare at me in public, please. I just have a limp. It's not that exciting. If you're genuinely that interested, please come up to me and ask a question. Like, I would much prefer to explain what is going on than just have you like every time I walk past. Wider, like government services, accessibility people, for the love of the universe, can there please be more ramps? Why do there has to be steps everywhere? If you're going to have a step, please have a rail. Like, just makes sense in my brain, but clearly it doesn't make sense to a lot of people in power. And services to support, probably for me specifically, I used the Cerebral Palsy League, which is just called CPL, growing up a ton, and they helped me heaps. And then as soon as I became a teenager, like, the lack of funding for in between child and adult is just horrendous, which is probably why I hated my disability so much at that period of time, because there was nothing around me other than my parents sort of thing. Like, there was no extra boost of encouragement to be like, you can do this, you can live a life, you can do everything that you set your mind to. Kind of, if you're going to donate to anything like that, just funding for teenagers so disability isn't so shitty. Question 2. What's accessibility like at concert? Wow, these are going to be one day related answers. Yeah, all of my accessibility like big stories are related around One Direction. Woo! When I was in New York, well, MetLife in New Jersey, I went to go see One Direction, and had a wheelchair, and they tried to move me back further to like the viewing platform for wheelchairs, which I would have been okay with, but I literally paid for a seat that was down there, and I was like, I can walk, I can get there, I just need somewhere to put my wheelchair so I can walk down the stairs and watch the show. My lovely best friend Gab had to like wheel me all the way back to like security or this cloakroom or something. I don't know, I was jet lagged, and then had to walk all the way back to my seat and then walk down the stairs, which had no rails, so I had to rely on my friend to help me downstairs. Got into my seat, had the best show of my life. I don't normally take wheelchairs to concerts, but it was a stadium and I was in another country, so, but in saying that, I got like super cool access up all the lifts and they were super nice till I got to my floor, and then it went to crap. So if they could be not so crap all the time, that would be so helpful. Then I won tickets to go see One Day in London, and I told them that I was disabled, and they were like, it's stairs, there's no wheelchair access. Oh my god, nearly bloody died going down those stairs. They were just steep, they had rails, but it looked like construction site up there. We went to line up for our meet and greet, and then, I can't believe I'm saying this in a disability Q&A, but it all relates, I promise. Or am I just making it relate? Who knows? My back was so sore because I heard it like the week before. Of course I did. And then I flew with that pain. Amazing. And I asked the lady if I could have a seat for the line. And then she went up to the front security and I got fast passed to the front and got to meet them first. So that is what I'm talking about. Okay. Went down to the floor, so went to the front, obviously, and then the security guards and stuff came up to me. They were like, there's a chair over there if you need to get out, if you want to sit down, blah blah blah. And then they were like, if you have any problems, just put your hands up and whatever, and we'll take you out of the crowd and give you a seat. And didn't use it, of course, because I was front row and I was not gonna let go of that barrier for the life of me. But it was so incredible that they had that in place. Most recently, I was at a hairstyle show and I was with a family friend and she was nervous to hold on to me because she'd feel absolutely horrible if I fell or something like that. I was super keen to just like walk down the stairs and go to my seat, but she asked security guard and they took me down a lift and then walked backstage and then out onto the floor, and then he let the security guard that was sitting near me that when the show ends, can she do the same thing and walk me out and take me up a lift? And I did, and it was so good. Got out of that concert so far. Never been to a festival, would absolutely love to. The closest I've been is when I saw Panic at the Disco at an outdoor venue and I sat on the viewing platform there, and it was absolutely amazing because I would have like died in that crowd basically. I try and use security guards and disability viewing platforms as much as possible, but most of the time just like to throw myself in there if they have seats on the floor or if they have a mosh, no, and I'll just grab a seat in the crowd. That is all the questions that I'm going to answer for today. Thank you to everyone that asked me a question. It meant so much to me. And now I'm going to go see if we're going to do anything Christmassy downstairs, because it is a Vlogmas and all. So we're not putting up the tree tonight, but I thought I would show you some of the new decorations that I've bought over the past couple of days. So this tree is my favorite thing I've ever bought in my life. And then we have this gold sparkly Merry Christmas table topper, which is just gorgeous. And then over here we have this dome that lights up, but didn't buy any batteries to go with it, but it's gonna look sick when we do. And then I bought a whole lot of baubles. So I got mini purple ones, silver ones, and white ones. All because we've had the same Christmas decorations since I was about 11. So I think we needed an update and a bit of a change in colour scheme. So that's all we have so far, but I'm so excited to do the tree when we have the time. Sorry for the lack of Christmas. Thank you so much for asking all those questions about disability. It means so much to me, I can't even tell you. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow with another video.